Evening all, it's Liam here, the Deaf Doom Metalhead, doing a black metal collection update, as it were. This is a kind of like a sponsored video in a way. It's a little bit different from the normal kind of collection updates where I kind of show you loads of music I've been getting in recently. So this one I'm actually really privileged. So I was messaged about a few weeks ago now from a chap called Daniel over at Altare Productions. I'll try and get the logo here. He was recommended to me. Well, it was actually I was recommended to him, sorry, from Matt over at Altars to Madness, so cheers for that, mate. Basically, you know, in the YouTube circuit, you kind of promote albums with other people and stuff like that, and labels will get in touch with certain people to kind of promote, and I'm very grateful that sometimes people will do that with me. So this video is a cool kind of promo thing in a way, but also I'll obviously show you some records I've got recently, because I've got a fair bit over Christmas that I hadn't even spoken about or even shown on this channel yet. So yeah, but this is a special video because it's a certain like a bundle you can do, like mystery box bundle over at his label. So it's a Portuguese label, and it is very much in the underground black metal realm. There's some fucking fantastic bands on his label, like Chandelier, or however you pronounce it. Nocternity is another one I really like of his. And there's tons. And he sent me a 5 LP bundle to kind of check out and then talk to about it with you guys, and every fucking one of them I really generally enjoyed. And you always get that kind of one you think that's a bit shit, but I actually haven't felt like that at all with any of these, and I will leave a link below and you can check it out for yourself. I think it was something, it wasn't even that expensive, it was like €35, maybe even less than that, for 5 LPs from the discography of the label. And even with the postage, especially from Portugal, it didn't work out that much. I think it was only like €10 or something like that. So like €45 in total for an album that probably retails about €20 each. So I will leave links below, and you can go check it out for yourselves, and you tell me what you think. But trust me, when you see these, you'll be well up for it. This is Jack Daniels and Coke in a pint glass, if you're wondering, because that's how I fucking roll. And I'm freezing my tits off, hence why all the get up is like this, because it's so cold, and I'm too cheap to put the heating on. Plus, if the wife finds out I do it, I'm a dead man. So anyway, first one, and this is probably my favourite of the bunch as well, so we're starting off strong. This is an Australian band called Atra. So this is a band that formed in 2009. I'm using notes, by the way, in case you wonder why I look over here. And it's a debut full length from 2010, and this was reissued in 2023 by Altair, the label. And this is fucking raw, nasty, but also melodic kind of black metal. There's a lot of emotion in this, and this is easily my pick of the bunch out of pretty much all these I'm going to show you today, actually. This is a really strong start. I've gone with this one. Normally I kind of leave it at the end, but I really like this one. So yeah, it's raw, it's aggressive. There is no lyric sheet. Oh, there is in this one. I think it's like a poster, I think, by memory. A really shit poster, I will say that. It's not really of anything, I will show you for laughs, because it's all about the music. But I love it when bands or labels will do stuff like this, and you kind of look at that and go, well, I mean, actually that's not too bad. There was another one maybe I'm thinking of, but yeah, you get the idea. You know, it's raw, frosty, horrible. But this is Australian, so a little bit different to what I'm used to. I know everyone mentions Drowning the Light and stuff like that, but this was totally new on me. I mean, all these words, to be fair. And yeah, I fucking love that. So that's the first one. Second one was a Portuguese band, so obviously the label's Portuguese. There's plenty of Portuguese artists on it. And this one's called InThyFlesh. So this is a band that formed in 2000, and this is their second full length from 2007. This is it's got a bit more speed to it. It's a bit more to the point. It is aggressive. There is some mid-pace sections as well. A lot of these albums I found they're quite chilled out in some sections as well. They kind of slow it down and then speed it up. So not every song sounds the same, which I think is great as well. But this is, yeah, again, really nasty, raw, honest. With this one, they're all black vinyl. Comes with a lyric sheet, and they're all sleeved as well. You get some paper sleeves, you get some ones with the kind of plasticky stuff inside. But they all turned up in plastic sleeves as well, which I thought was really cool. A lot of labels do not do that, so that was really nice. But yeah, this was a night. I really got into this one just that much, yeah, because it's quite complex. It's got a lot of character to it. So I've had 2 spins of it and I've enjoyed it, but I couldn't tell you any standout riffs or anything like that. There was nothing like that jumped out at me when I first heard it, nor the second spin. It's just kind of a solid listen, if that makes sense. So yeah, happy with that one. Now this one, the name kind of sums up the music perfectly. So this is another Australian band called Moon, and this is the album. I can fucking read it. I can't, but it's down there. So this is a band that released this in 2022, so it's a fairly new album. It does share a name, this band. No, not this one. It's the next one, sorry. So this is a band that formed in 2007, and this is their full length from 2010, and then reissued in 2023. Sorry, I need to put some bullet points on those notes. But yeah, so this is a band called Moon, and this is very soundscapey, very doomy in its approach almost. Really miserable as well. Like, it's got some harshness and it's raw, but the name Moon kind of summed it up for me. It definitely felt like I was on the fucking moon when I was listening to it. It's very spaced out. Comes with this nice little insert here. Very black metal, isn't it? Again, black wax. Like that. That's got a nice sleeve in it with a plasticky bit inside. So yeah, again, Grim Reaper on the front, or kind of Spectre, I don't know what you're going to call that. But this was really cool. Like, if you like him slowed down, raw black metal, especially very much mid-paced, if not even slower than that in some sections. But yeah, again, really enjoyed that. And then this one is called Adaga. Adaga? Something like that. Portuguese band. There is another band, a Brazilian one, who's also a black metal band with the same name. And when you go on Metal Archives, you only get the Brazilian one, you don't get this one. So it took me a little while to kind of get around that. But this is the band in question here. So this is released in 2022. I believe they're a fairly new band because there was no info when they formed or anything like that, because I couldn't find it. So I don't know if they've been around for years or not, I don't know. But this, again, very raw, very honest in its approach. A lot of mid-paced sections as well, you know, very drawn out, very emotional. A lot of Portuguese bands, I always find they do that a lot. They do the kind of very much over the emotional side of music and kind of focus on that point and make you as miserable, or, you know, what emotion they're going for in the music. Like, there's loads of bands, like there's loads of doom death bands out of that way. They all do it. Very melodic, very depressing, sad boy music, you know. And this one I enjoyed. I mean, again, this one I haven't really got my head around too much. Comes with a few things inside, a couple of goodies. So your lyric sheet is literally that. And this one had a poster as well, where it kind of talks about the album. I'll show you on here because I like showing off stuff like this. This was the poster, yeah. I looked at that and I was like, I have no idea what that even is. I'm still none the wiser. It might be a bloke, it might be a bird, I don't know. But yeah, and then you get like a little write up on the bottom there. Who knows? Who cares? But yeah, again, really cool, miserable kind of raw black metal. And to be fair, that with the weather as it is at the moment, and I'm fucking freezing, I honestly am, perfect kind of music for this kind of sick time of year. And again, like, I saw this online, I think this was like €20 on its own. So if you get it in the bundle, you know, and the bundle's what, €35, and you get 5 LPs in that bundle, you've already saved money getting the bundle anyway. So yeah, that was cool. What are they called? Adaga, something like that. And then last of the 5 LP bundle. So this one, I have heard of this band, because they are this is a split between 2 UK bands. And this one's White Metal, without dropping it. White Metal and Weapon. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it because I'm going to get the piss ripped out of me if I get it wrong. I mean, people point out to me all the time I pronounce everything terribly. So I won't say it, it's down there. But yeah, these are 2 bands based out in the UK. One is West Yorkshire, which is White Metal, that formed in 2007 by George Proctor, I think his name is. And then the other side, one I can't pronounce, is Suffolk born, but I think he's based in Hampshire now, pumping out the tunes since 2014, and this is a split from 2018. So this is very different from all the other ones. So this is very much an acoustic black metal album. So there's a lot of acoustic kind of instrumental passages, and it's very mid-pace, extremely mid-pace. It does pick up in some parts. I don't know which band it is though, annoyingly, because I couldn't figure out, because each band has a track each. And obviously with vinyl you can't tell what track you're listening to, and I guess you actually look at the vinyl, you probably could figure it out. But yeah, I mean even it does a white metal cover of the own band on the split, so yeah. But anyway, a really interesting listen. I mean, I actually made a mistake of putting this on at 33 RPM. It's actually 45. So when I first heard it, I thought, oh, that's really slow, that's really doomy. Then I read the actual fucking inside that tells you to play it at a certain speed, and I realised why, because it sounds totally different when you put it on that. Black vinyl, but the it's not your standard sleeve. It is just literally like a bit of paper, which is fine. You know, it actually saves space in fairness. I mean, if all my records were like this, I could be able to put loads more on there. So I get it. It's a nice, easy way of doing it. And to be fair, all you're doing is losing the bit where you slide the record into it. So who gives a shit, right? But yeah, this one was an interesting one because it was I was expecting kind of like raw, nasty, full-on blast beats, all that kind of thing, and I got none of that. It was more of a kind of mellow acoustic passage, and with nice little intriguing melodies and stuff like that. And I really enjoyed it because I was working on. I had this on the last 2 times I listened to it. Brilliant background music, you know, but also quite enjoyable, very mellow. So if you like that kind of approach to your music, well worth checking out. So yeah, cheers to Daniel for sorting me out with that, because that was a wicked bundle. I generally mean that. That was something I really wasn't expecting, and I strongly urge everyone to check out the link below and see what you think, because it's a wicked label anyway. It was one I already had my eyes on for the new Nocternity album. I need to pick it up, or however you pronounce that band. They're Swiss, I think. But yeah, fantastic. So I will now show you some records I've grabbed over the last couple of months or something like that. First one is a one that was pretty much recommended to me by quite a few year-end lists. So as you all know, people like me who do these kind of YouTube videos, they have to do a year-end list to kind of keep up with everyone else and kind of talk about what you listen to at the end of each year. And I saw this album shown quite a few on a lot of channels I really respect, and ones I always check out the recommendations, and I can't pronounce it. And I'll be brutally honest with you, when I see the name, I always think of a curry house, and I know that's really disrespectful and terrible, but it is what it is. I'm going to try and say it anyway. Passage de... what's it say? De Hevel? Something like that. But this is some Swiss atmospheric black metal. And what is even more insane, it's 180 minutes long. So it's the perfect evening album. If you can't be asked to kind of pick out loads of different albums for your evening spins, which is normal for me, that's why I end up doing the tapes, because it's just easier than getting all the records out. This is perfect. It's a 3 LP set of wintry, icy cold black metal in the highest form of atmosphere going. There is the inside there with your 3 LPs in there. So this band has been around since '97, and he did a ton of demos and EPs, but this is only his 3rd full length from 2024. And yeah, I mean, Sean the Beast, I know, bigged this up big time. I know Johnny Mac did. Altars of Madness, I think, did eventually. But Sean was the one that really inspired me to go check this out, because when he says something, I normally go and check it out, especially in the black metal realm, because I'm never going to preach here and say I know anything about black metal, because I know enough, but I'm not a connoisseur of it or one that can reel off loads of information. I just enjoy the music. So when I heard this, I thought it was the tits. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to have that. Not cheap at all, because it's a 3 LP set, but amazingly, if you go on eBay, you can find it with free shipping. And if you do the old PayPal pay later thing, it doesn't actually work out that expensive over like 3 months. So I was quite happy to grab it in the end. Really cool album. One that I will revisit probably now and again, not one you could just kind of chuck on. It is one of those ones where you set your evening out to say, look, I'm going to listen to that tonight. And I've done it about 4 times, and I've actually enjoyed every moment of it. First listen, I fell asleep on the desk, won't lie. But that was our, like, the Christmas period, a lot of drinking. But since then, yeah, it's a brilliant album. Brilliant album. Next is some Finnish black metal. And again, this is an interesting one because I didn't know the fella behind this was actually quite well known in the scene. So this is Commander Agares, something like that. This was formed, the band in 2020, and this is the debut full length from 2021. So this is a one-man project, like I said, out of Finland, but the cool thing about it, this fella here is called Janne Lane, or Yanni Lane, something like that. But he's the founder of Steelfest, which is that festival over in Finland that put on some really cool bands. So that is him there in the full get-up. And yeah, this is some very melodic, atmospheric, epic kind of black metal with a kind of rawness to it, as you can probably gather by the artwork, in that Finnish style as well. I really, really enjoyed this. This was a blind buy, I won't lie. I kind of just looked at the cover and thought, yep, I like that. That looks like something I will listen to. And yeah, spot on. You know, I got it in a deal. And I've enjoyed it ever since. I believe it's black vinyl. These are all black vinyl today, I think. In a sleeve like that. And then the other one is like that. And I believe there was a lyric sheet again. Yeah. Very Goat Moon-esque. I mean, the only thing I found funny about that picture, it looks like he's got a toilet roll going over his arm there. So he's either took a dump in the woods and as a sacrifice to a god, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, fucking awesome music. Really enjoyed this. And again, I love it when I discover new bands purely by accident, just because of the cover art, really. And the description's Finnish black metal. Probably gonna like it, you know. So yeah, that was that one. That was really good. Now this one, I've heard dozens of people talk about this over the years, and I've never been able to find anything by this artist. I think the album's called Onyx, which is the most popular one, and again, I can't find that anywhere. But I found this one, and this is wicked. So this is a Greek black metal band called Nocternity. There's nothing on the cover apart from he's dressed like a fucking... It's not Spartan, obviously, but you get the idea, right? Gladiator, we'll call it. It looks the tits, right? So this band formed in '97, and this is their third full length from 2015. This is a double LP, and this is very mid-paced, epic black metal. You know, it goes a little bit, but it's not very fast. And yeah, I mean, I have not heard Onyx. I don't think I might have done. I can't remember, but all the covers are kind of in this theme of him wearing this kind of armor. And it's a double LP set with sleeves for both vinyls, which has got full artwork on it, if I can get it out. Poster is in here as well of that artwork of him wearing the get-up. But there he is without his armour on. Bit of nippage there as well. Lyrics. No, like I said, there's a good old poster in here, if I can get it out. It's proper wedged in there. Poster of him wearing his old battle helmet. And I think on this side, yeah, there is another sleeve. Look at him, it looks like mortise there to me. Look at that. Very different from the armour. But again, lyrics there as well. And then the D side has something really cool, which was a nice... I didn't actually know this until I saw it. Is that? So that was really cool. So obviously plays lovely on that side. And it's all business on this side. Look at that. How cool is that? So yeah, I mean, this was put out through, I think it's Iron Bonehead Records, yeah. Which is a really cool label. Got tons of their releases. So yeah, it was another... I kind of blind bought it. I knew I liked the artist and I knew I wanted it, so I got it. So there's that one. And then lastly, on this little black metal collection update, is a band, I've seen loads of people talk about this, and I liked it a lot when I first streamed it ages ago now. And I've never got around to picking it up, and then I found it. So, Departure Chandelier with so it's Antichrist Rise to Power. So this is a US Canadian band. This is their debut full length from 2019. I think there's only a couple of demos after this and an EP maybe before it, and then the new one came out a full length last year, so that's on the hit list now. But this is fucking good. Very raw, catchy, fast. There's a lot of fast sections, black metal style, like, you know, ultra fast blast beats. But it has like lots of melodies and really catchy riffs in it. It's annoyingly catchy, but it has a rawness to it. But it's an auditable rawness. 'Cause some of these bands sound absolutely shite. You can't understand a word or even pick out the riffs. But this, you can really pick it out. Gatefold like that. Black wax again. Put out through Nuclear Winter Now. Is that right? Yeah. Which is a US label by memory. But yeah, Napoleon, I think it's Napoleon on the front there. Dead or asleep. I don't know. But yeah, fucking solid now. Really, really enjoyed this. So I need to go grab more of this stuff because it's a band that I've appreciated but never really dived into, you know. And now I have this on LP. I kind of have to have everything else by them on LP if I find it. So yeah. So that is my black metal collection update, as it were. I don't normally do these too often, but I do actually listen to quite a fair bit of black metal. I just call myself a deaf doom metalhead for fun, really. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. I will say a massive thank you to all my new subscribers since I did the metal tag. That was really fucking cool to see. I do generally really appreciate when people interact and comment and that kind of thing. That's the only reason I do this, is to kind of promote the underground, like Altair productions, like labels, bands, you know, you name it. It's just the whole point. It's not me just doing a show and tell, it is to promote bands. So I'll leave links to everything I've mentioned below, so you can go and check it out for yourselves, and if you want it, you can obviously then find it for yourselves as well. And yeah, I hope you're all well. Look forward to talking to you in the comment section. Cheers.